Welcome back for match 3. This is Old Man Poole. We've won the die roll. We're going to take advantage of that. I think this is okay. We do need white for Lingering Souls, but we have the early Pack Rat. We can even pitch Linger Souls to it. That seems pretty good. Let's go ahead and keep it. There are games where Pack Rat just, will destroy an opponent. I kind of like the fact that it feels like people that play Cube are much more talkative and friendly. I get a lot of people that'll say, good luck to you too, whereas I feel in Draft it's maybe a little bit more competitive-minded. People that play Cube, I think, are willing to sort of do something weird and just kind of for fun. I don't think there's many people that are really trying to spike. So I guess we want to play Serum Visions first, so let's play an island. We can always play the Watery Grave. Untapped if we need to the next turn. We found Archangel Avacyn. Two cards we don't care about, I don't think. I guess Luteral. I don't think we care about either of these. We'd rather find white sources. Final Rails. Alright, ramp.deck. I think we're not in a bad spot. We have a lot of counter spells against ramp. Pack Rat might just be able to go over the top, depending on how quick and how aggressive he is. Pack Rat does turn to a real threat very fast. Fertile Ground. Okay. And make another elf. Very added. Okay. Don't hate Oust. So let's play our Watery Grave. Pitch a... I actually kind of want to land so we can play Lingering Souls and a rat next turn. So we're going to pitch Archangel. Well, it costs 3. That's right, it's more expensive. So I guess we'll play our island then. Pitch Avacyn. Back in. And pass. The next turn, we play Watery Grave, pitch Lingering Souls. I guess we should have... No, I guess it doesn't matter. We have to get to 5 mana before we can do both of those. Can still oust a good threat for my opponent. If he's got something like Thragtusk, it's pretty bad for us, but also just into the Royal next turn. Draw a card, get rid of whatever he's about to play. We just really don't want Thragtusk or a good enter the battlefield effect. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. He creates a beast. We bounce the beast, kill Grook. Slows us down a little bit, but not a lot. Would like to pay the life. Cast with Kicker. Bounce the beast. Attack Grook. Kill Grook. Pass back to my opponent. So we didn't really advance our board plan, we just traded there that turn. I guess we came out a card ahead. Ooh, okay. Well, Massacre Worm looks pretty good there. Still no lands. We never pitched the Lingering Souls. Oof. Yeah, not having white is gonna cost us here, I think. Late game, I think we'd most likely have this Spectral Procession. We'll put the rest on the bottom. And pass and take a lot. Ugh. Main deck Massacre Worm, what even is this card? Pretty good against us is what that card was. Okay, Angel Sanctions still blanks that very well. We need to find double white for it. Headings will probably help, but then we just almost die. He's got another threat here, we're almost certainly dead. Acidic, oh dear. I think that probably kills us, actually. So we have to play Lingering Souls, and there's no way for us to do that, right? I guess if we find white, we can oust. Sure, might as well, I guess. I think this game is over, but... Okay, this game is over. GG. Alright, a nasty ramp deck. Don't think Teferi is that great. Metamorph might not be bad. I'm not sure Pack Rat's the best. He's gonna have a lot of early creatures that can block it, and it may just not be fast enough in general. I think we kind of want to have a more value-centric theme if we're playing against this opponent. Okay, let's do... Is there anything else that's slower than Pack Rat? Or I guess that offers more value than Pack Rat. Let's keep this. We also had a little bit of trouble with our mana that game, so hopefully that won't happen again. That was a quick defeat after our last couple of wins. Who would like to play first? Hand is pretty good. Let's go ahead and keep it. Play the Watery Grave first. Follow that up with a Plains and then an Isolated Chapel. Okay. Okay. Both of Nista's a good one. I do think in general we have a decent matchup here. We have a lot of counter magic. Or at least a good amount of counter magic. I don't think we're going to play the Snapcaster on 2. We'd rather, again, hold it and get a little bit more value. Extended Mindbender. Okay. That's ominous. I guess we should play Chapel. I guess no, it doesn't matter because that's right. It comes in untapped. Okay, so we'll play Shadow Mage, Infiltrator next turn. Work our way towards Avacyn and Tidings. Phyrexian Revoker. What you hitting? Pack Rat? Pack Rat. Alright. That is not even in our deck anymore. The value. Chapel. Okay, Infiltrator. Yes. So my opponent obviously fears Pack Rat. Yeah, it takes a couple turns to get going though too. And it feels like it's not the best against your average ramp deck. Okay, the Pearl Ground doing good work here. No follow-up though. We can play Distended Mindbender against another black, right? Because right now he's got 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he finds one more black. Mindbender comes in and then it destroys our hand. Can't keep up Scatter to the Winds, unfortunately, quite yet. So we get in with the Shadow Mage, certainly. My opponent actually can block, but I don't really care that much if he does. We would love to use the ability. Okay, Cast Out at least gets rid of the Mindbender after the fact if we need to. Let's play our Geist. We could also just kill the Revoker and keep him off Mindbender for another turn. If my opponent looks at our hand, he takes Scatter to the Winds and Cast Out, probably. Maybe Tidings instead? Casting this out just seems pretty bad in general. Brings it back. He's almost certainly got next turn. This gives him black, right? Yeah. So he just needs a land of any kind, and he gets there. Problem is he plays any spell, then he's going to get there anyway. Yeah, okay. I think we're just going to play the Geist. Doesn't feel like a great position to be in, though. The Mindbender's just going to tear apart our hand and be a pretty big threat. This is artifacts and black, specifically. So actually, Mindbender can't block the Shadow Mage. He's too creepy. Ideally, we'd be able to, like, ruin either the top or bottom half of our curve, but it's gonna hurt. I think that's the pretty obvious play for my opponent. Really love to have counter magic up there, but we could cycle the Cast Out and like pray we find blue. Yeah, maybe that would have been correct. The fact that my opponent's debating is actually probably bad for us, because that means there's another thing rivaling Mindbender. I mean, it doesn't stop the Shadow Mage, but it does stop the Geist. Acidic Slime. Oh, okay. Just going for the slime ball, huh? Taking us off blue. Oh, alright then. Yeah, there's blue. So let's go ahead and swing with our Shadow Mage. Yeah, I don't know, Geist to me isn't very good against some of these cards too. Always, yes. For the future. Oh man, we should have played Sheldock, I think. Should have waited. Should have waited. Well, at least we have cast out still now. You can play this for really cheap now. Yeah. This looks like a Mindbender cast to me off the Acidic Slime. Scatter the Winds, and I guess we can cast out on the stack. I think we do. Oh no, it's cast trigger. Alright. I guess that makes sense. Most of those effects were cast triggers. But it does get to take away our answers to that. Again, the Shadow Mage will keep getting in, which is nice. That will draw us a couple of cards, buy us a little bit of time. Takes cast out and Snapcaster. A little bit interesting. Cast out's perhaps not super surprising, but the other ones were a little bit odd. I guess that just keeps us from playing anything next turn. Yeah, it was a pretty big mistake not to play the Sheldock Isle first. Okay, well, another land. So we can play Abyss in here, in which case we can swing with this and get in for some free damage. Or we can just block with it and drop Abyss in. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. Let's go ahead and attack with our Shadow Mage. Well, maybe we should have attacked with both, because then we could drop Abyss and keep it alive, and then next turn get there. Okay. Really hoping to deny us our card, I guess. Little does he realize we already have a card. Okay. And we may be able to get through this here. Once only at 2 cards. Avacyn maybe will be pretty good at beating in. And I mean, he doesn't have like loads and loads of mana even. Like if he's playing a ramp deck, he's at 6 right now. Crunch. Yeah, I mean, we'll play Avacyn. It's fine. I don't think we can afford to take the tempo hit. I don't think he's got a counterspell. Okay. Pretty good, just kind of turned off my opponent's turn there. Play Sheldock. Metamorph's kind of interesting, although I guess we don't get the cast trigger. And the other 2 things are... I think we might rather have Metamorph anyway. This does 3 to everything, right? Each other creature. The Metamorph. He's got to have some other big ramp targets, right? Get in with these guys. And we want to play Tidings, or we'd rather keep up Scatter? I guess we'd rather keep up Scatter, probably, right? We're just a fair bit ahead right now. My opponent needs to play something to get us. That is not what I would have said a couple turns ago. It's a surprise. And opponent just didn't have enough of a follow-up, I guess? I don't know. You treetop village, and makes an ape, yeah. Like there's reminder text on the... yeah, we're just gonna definitely get rid of that. I mean, my opponent knew about this. Means he maybe even has a worse threat in hand. I don't know if we can really afford to avoid that, though. So let's see. We have a little bit of an interesting choice here. Because we can swing with Archangel and the Geist and everything. If he blocks the Geist, it dies. She flips. So he's already taking 7 there, and then this is lethal, and it kills off his Mindbender. Well, I guess we don't care about killing the Mindbender quite as much now, because we're at high amounts of life. Okay. Let's put Swamp on bottom. Are we going to be able to cast Blood Gift this game? We could just cast Tidings and then get Blood Gift next turn. Alright, let's put them both on top then. Okay. Play our Swamp. I guess we should play Hallowed Fountain. That was a mistake. Hopefully it won't matter. But we can just wipe his board. We get rid of the Elvish Mystic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get rid of everything else. And we get in for 4, 7, 11, 12. We lose the Shadow Mage. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for it. He really has to block it. Or I guess this is the beginning of the next upkeep. Oh, that's true, I forget. She's still gonna flip, which is nice, but I thought we were gonna kill off the Distended Mindbender, which would have been a little bit better too. A little bit of a mistake. A little bit of a mistake. We do get to kill the Mystic. Takes my opponent to 1. And then Bloodgift Demon actually kills him at the beginning of our upkeep. Yeah, okay. Well, we got there. Alright, opponent. A little bit of a clunky draw, it looks like. But we got there on the play, at least. Next time we're going to be on the draw, which means our counter magic gets a little bit worse. Don't think I'm going to change anything. No. Alright, all comes down to this. 1 game away from the coveted 3-0. Opponent kept. I think we're going to keep as well. We have a looter to help out our draws. Dungeon Geist and Careful Consideration. I think this is about as good as you can expect with this deck. And no 1-drop from my opponent's a good omen. We'd love to find some counter magic, certainly. I guess Snapcaster, probably. Then any order on the bottom. Okay, Fertile Ground. Okay. Not bad ramp, but not fast ramp either. Which I am glad for. Play an island, play our looter. These cards are so cool, so good, so good. I mean, admittedly, Shelldock Isle's supposed to be pretty hard to activate, I'm sure, but at least in Cube, it ain't so tough. Okay, I'm ramping hard here. This flips when you get to 7. Lyric, okay. We'd like to find something to do next turn, if at all possible. We can't. Let's get in and let our looting start going. Money's Yield. Serum Visions, okay. So what do we want to pitch here then? We're gonna play Dungeon Geist next turn. Ideally Angel the next. We need to find some lands off Serum Vision. Maybe we should pitch Tidings or even Angel. Yeah, maybe even Angel. No. Reveluck doesn't hit anything if we just play that. Maybe we don't want one of these two big draw spells. I'm worried about pitching lands. I think that's a mistake. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of Tidings here. Cast Serum Visions. Okay. Finding Plains and Swamp. I think we're going to keep the Plains but not the Swamp. Put Swamp on the bottom. So we need to find another white source soon-ish. Okay. So my opponent now could play Distended Mindbender, if that's something he wants to do. Gonna swing first. Gets in for 3. Okay, or we could just like ooze us here. Primeval Titan. Alright. Gets him a bunch of land. Dungeon Geist does tap it down at least. Let's get in with our looter. We could also just cast it out. I think Dungeon Geist is pretty close to the same effect though, and we'd rather just have a threat on the board. I don't think my opponent's got a lot that interacts with our skies. Maybe Oust isn't that exciting. It's good against the Mindbender. I'm not sure it's great outside of that though. There are Plains, play Dungeon Geists, tap down with Primeval Titan. Okay, obviously it can have a pretty big effect here, but assuming it's not overwhelmingly powerful under the battlefield, we can get rid of it next turn. Ideally with an Angel of Sanctions, but potentially with a cast out as well. And Literal Core's done a pretty good job this game of smoothing our draws. It's pitched some very good cards, which is always a shame, but it has helped us find our lands too. And the fact that my opponent's has to think about it a little bit is nice for us. I think getting that buff from the Hierarch card's too good. Obviously not blocking here. And Nissa gonna flip. No, not necessarily anyway. Mind Shatter for 5. Right then. Fair enough. I didn't want that hand anyway. That carefully sculpted hand. Yeah. At least we can bring a couple of these, well, I guess the Angel back. Let's go ahead and get in with both of these guys. Ooh. Oh man, that's rough. I think we need to pitch Avacyn though, even though she's pretty good. We'd rather find Angel of Sanctions mana. Yeah. And we can't play that without other planes anyway. Ugh, the pain. Mind Shatter. Oh, why would you do that to us? The game was going so well. A little bit entertaining that Nissa hasn't flipped. Wonder if he's doing that intentionally. Ooh, Liliana. No, our looter. Oh dear. This game is not going well. Oh dear. Oh, we have nothing. Oh, dear goodness. Oh, I felt so good about things. And we are so dead. Even with the land, Angel of Sanctions isn't gonna save us. The cast Angel. You're a Primeval Titan. Pray. I guess that's the plan, right? We did find a land. Oh, ouch. Rip Primeval Titan momentarily. Opponent says GG's. A little bit BM, but gonna be enough. Okay. I have Crater Hoof or something here. Crater Hoof isn't actually lethal. Pretty good. Oh, Profaned. Oh. Well, alright. We just lost a bunch of life. Well. So we have run out 3 cube drafts and have gone 2. Well, I think we went, no, 4. This is the 4th. So we went 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Ever elusive. That last game was pretty disgusting, though. We just got pretty well brutalized. I think the deck was pretty fun, though. I think we definitely had good odds in every matchup. And I think we played it mostly correct. Temporal Mastery seemed kind of bad. We maybe went a little bit far on that. Pack Rat also seemed kind of slow. I feel like this card, I have memories of this card being very, very good, but kind of took a while to turn on the one time we really tried for it. And we had about as fast an opening with that as we could have. Angel Sanctions looked good. Absym was a little bit impressive. I thought she was just going to be kind of mediocre, but she worked out. Rebel Arc, I'm not sure this was quite the deck for it. Sword and Lingering Souls still showing up how powerful just making a whole bunch of 2-1 flyers can be. Yeah, the deck was a lot of fun. I hope everybody enjoyed watching. I'll be posting this soon-ish. I'll see you guys then.